Welcome to training for the BT One Voice Anywhere service. In the next 5 minutes, you will learn the basics of how to use the service. Let's get started. The BT One Voice Anywhere service simply takes your smartphone. It applies the One Voice Anywhere mobile application from BT. It uses a Wi-Fi connection wherever you can connect to Wi-Fi. And then, when you place calls from the BT One Voice Anywhere mobile application, you will place those calls over Wi-Fi and across BT's global One Voice network. Also known as a VoIP call for Voice over IP, this will save your company money in comparison to placing standard mobile calls and paying standard mobile rates, especially when you are roaming internationally. To join the trial, look for a welcome email with the subject line of Welcome to One Voice Anywhere. Within that email, it will provide instructions on how to download the One Voice Anywhere mobile application from the Apple App Store, that is if you're using an iPhone or an iPad, or from the Google Play Store if you are using an Android device. Your welcome email will provide your personal username and password and will provide instructions on how to begin using the service. To get started, connect to Wi-Fi and download the BT One Voice mobile application from the App Store. Launch the mobile app and log into the app, which you see here, by entering your personal username and password that was provided to you in your welcome email. You will find that the application is intuitive. So, explore the app and then you are ready to go. The sample screens that you will see in this training module are for an iPhone. If you have an Android device, the functions will be the same, but the appearance of the screens will differ slightly. If you have a BlackBerry device, please refer to your welcome email which guides you to the relevant instructions. Let's get started by placing a direct call. To do this, click on the keypad icon near the bottom of the screen and enter the phone number that you want to dial. Dial the number as if you are in your native country. For instance, enter a leading 1 if you are calling a U.S. phone number. If you need to, just click the backspace button to correct the phone number. To place the call, click the call button. When the call is placed, this screen appears. You can now press the keypad button if you need to enter numbers, such as a conference call ID. You can click the speakerphone to use the speakerphone on your device. And you can click the mute button to mute your call. Another way to enter the country code is to press and hold the 0 button until the plus symbol appears. You can then enter the country code and finish entering the phone number. One Voice Anywhere will be your corporate voicemail system throughout the trial period. The One Voice Anywhere service will translate your voice messages to text and then email the text to you. You can view your voicemail messages at any time. You can play back the recorded message, and you can search for voice messages with the mobile app. Click on the voicemail icon to bring up the voicemail screen shown here. Click on the circle to the left of a message to expand the message for reading and playback. To play back the recorded message, press the play button shown here. You can also play back the message on your speakerphone by clicking the speaker icon. Since the service translates your messages to text, you can also conduct a search to locate a message. All of the functionality that you see here is standard with One Voice Anywhere. Things that will be important for you to know are, because your One Voice Anywhere mobile app requires the use of Wi-Fi, the success that you have in using One Voice Anywhere will directly correlate to the quality and the capacity of your Wi-Fi connection. If you ever experience issues with static, voice chop, or dropped calls, the Wi-Fi connection will be the likely source of this issue. One Voice Anywhere is provided to reduce your mobile spend by placing calls from One Voice Anywhere mobile app over a Wi-Fi connection. In order to realize these savings, when you call internationally or travel internationally, it is very important that you place and receive calls from your One Voice Anywhere mobile app. Use One Voice Anywhere whenever possible when placing international mobile calls and when traveling internationally to help assess the potential savings to your company. There are also a number of questions about the BT One Voice Anywhere service that frequently arise, beginning with, do I need to have a Wi-Fi connection? Yes, in order to deliver maximum savings, One Voice Anywhere has been architected and certified to work with Wi-Fi. When you place a call with One Voice Anywhere over Wi-Fi, you will not incur any cellular voice or data costs, including any mobile roaming fees. Can I use a cellular data connection? Yes. You can use One Voice Anywhere mobile app over your 3G or 4G data connection to use the callback feature. That will call you back at a specified phone number. One Voice Anywhere has otherwise not yet been certified to place direct calls over 3G and 4G data connections. Will One Voice Anywhere work from any country? Yes, you can use One Voice Anywhere in any country, and certain countries where voice over IP VoIP calls are restricted, you will need to use the callback feature that will be described later in this training module. Please refer to the local regulations or contact your telecoms team if you have any questions about where VoIP calls are restricted. You now understand the basics of how to use the One Voice Anywhere service, including how to use the One Voice mobile app. If, during your trial, you have any need for assistance, the following individuals from within your company have been identified to support you. You may also contact the individuals from BT as needed throughout the trial period. You've now learned the basics of getting started with One Voice Anywhere, including how to place a call. We will now take the next few minutes to show you how to use the callback feature. To prepare to use the callback feature, we first need to step through how to add phones to your One Voice Anywhere profile. This will be used to add a phone that you want One Voice Anywhere to call you when you place a call with the callback feature. For instance, you may be visiting an office overseas that does not have Wi-Fi, in which case you will follow these steps to add the phone at the desk you are visiting so that One Voice Anywhere can call you with the callback feature. This is something that you would do infrequently and possibly only this one time. By pressing the More button at the bottom of your screen, you will bring up this screen. You will then click on Settings to bring up the Settings screen. Here you will click on Phones to view the phones that have been set up for your profile. Here you will see that my office phone has already been set up, but I now want to add my mobile phone. To do this, click on Add a Phone. Here I enter my entry as mobile. I provide my mobile number, beginning with the plus sign and including all of the country code and full call details. In most cases, you will leave the selection button turned off. If you set this to on, every single inbound call will also simultaneously ring this phone number. Where you do want this phone to ring every time, go ahead and set the selection button to on. Just be mindful that this line will ring with every inbound call to your One Voice Anywhere app. When you're finished, press Done to save this entry. Here you can now see that my mobile phone is included in the list. You can then repeat these steps for as many phones as needed. Earlier we talked about having One Voice service call you with the callback feature. To configure your BT One Voice Anywhere mobile application to use the callback feature, click on the More button at the bottom of the screen. You will see that Call Directly is the default setting. This means that you will place a direct call each time that you enter a phone number and press the call button on your One Voice Anywhere mobile app. Now, let's change that so you can use the callback feature. Click on the Call Using button where it currently says Call Directly. And within this screen, change the selection to Ask Me Every Time. Now that you place a call, the mobile app will pop up the screen and ask you how you want the call to be placed. I can click on Call Directly here to have the call placed directly on my mobile device through the One Voice mobile app. But since I have added my mobile and my office numbers, I can also click on one of these to do a callback. In this case, I'm going to click on Office, and then a callback will be placed to my office phone. When I answer my office phone, I will hear the line ringing since it is calling the person that I have called from the mobile app. The mobile app will then tell me that the call has completed successfully. Thank you for your time to learn about our BT One Voice Anywhere service. You are now ready to begin using the service.